In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through one of the best Value Village hauls I've ever had. That's right guys, I got bags of stuff in front of me and I spent over $250 on everything that you're about to see. And it was all from just one store. Real quick though, before I jump into showing you guys everything, be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy it and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's jump into bag number one. This trip was a little bit all over the place. I'll probably have a YouTube shorts going through when I was actually inside the Value Village, but there was just so much stuff that I was grabbing that I almost couldn't even record it. It was crazy. But let's start off here with bag number one and take a look at what we got. First of all, I got this little Xbox 360 Kinect sensor holder. I know, it's kind of a weird one, but it was selling consistently for $25 new on eBay. We've got one new in box here. I paid $10 for it. I paid up, but I'm okay with spending $10 to make $25. It's got a really good sell-through rate, so you know what? I think we're gonna do well on it. Next up, and this one's pretty insane, but for $2.99, I got myself an Apple TV. And this is actually a personal buy for me. I might be holding on to this guy and trying to set it up in my room, but pretty cool, right? For $2.99 to get I think this is a 3rd gen Apple TV. They're not worth a whole bunch on eBay. I think they go for like 60 bucks used or something, but still, to find one of these out of Value Village is pretty solid. And for that price, I'm not complaining. Moving on here, we actually have a Craftsman drill battery charger, and these go for about $30 to $40 on eBay all day long. It's a 1-hour charge, so I think it's like a special upgradable one, and it's $7.99 at Value Village. So we're gonna make some decent money on that. I'm always looking out for drill chargers, especially DeWalt and Milwaukee are always great brands. But even some of the lower end brands like Craftsman, if you find the chargers for them, they do well on eBay. Let the phones begin. I did pick up a few phones, tried to only go for the Panasonics because we have a ton of VTechs right now, but you can see here that I got a 2-pack of Panasonic phones for $2.99. You can't beat that, and I'll be able to probably get at least 12, 15 bucks a piece on those, or I'll sell the whole bundle for 25, 30 bucks. Got another good Panasonic bundle here, base and phone, $3.99. Again, you can't go wrong with that. We'll probably list these guys a little bit under market to move them quickly because we've got a few thoughts of them here, but again, we're gonna do well on them. Red VTech phone. I did actually pick up one VTech here, but this looks like a good one with the base. Again, $3.99, not a bad price. It's much better than some of the other Value Villages that I've been going to, so for that price, I'm gonna pick it up. We'll price under market and hopefully move it quickly. For $5, all of this. At some of the Value Villages that I go to, you couldn't even buy one phone for $5. At this one, you're getting the full base and another charger with all the cables and 2 phones. So that bundle is gonna be worth probably $40, $50. I'm really excited about that one. These are, oh, this is AT&T, so yeah, this is gonna be worth some good money. So exciting right there, and again, for $5, you can't go wrong. Couple more here. This is a Panasonic phone with the base, $3.99. Another Panasonic phone with the base that actually goes with the last one for $3.99. So that'll probably be another bundle, $40, $50 bucks. We're gonna make out like crazy on these phones. Let's talk now about bag number 2. Might as well start out with this guy right here. This is a DJ Hero turntable. So you see these quite often when you go. I don't know if I see them actually, probably not as much as you see like Wii Fit boards and things of that nature, but you do see them around. So these are definitely something to look out for. This is the one for the Xbox 360 and it has the cover here. So this is kind of 2 important things that you want to look for. The Xbox 360 ones are worth probably about $30 or $40, this guy here. The PS3 ones can be worth like $40, $50, but they had to have that dongle adapter that comes with them. So I did actually see a PS3 one the same time that I saw this one, but I was sure not to buy that one. It was missing this cover and it didn't have the dongle. They only wanted $6.99 for it, but even at that price, it's just hard to move them without the dongles. So I passed on that. I did buy this one for the 360 though, and actually this one is missing the battery cover. I just noticed that, but we'll still be able to get some good money for it. And overall, just gonna be a really good, probably $25, $30 flip. I might even order the battery cover on eBay and then get full price for this guy, but nevertheless, a really good find there for $7.99. Next up here, guys, PS2 Slim for $29.99. No cables, no remote, or anything. This is pricey for one of these units, I'm not gonna lie, but it is a good unit and they sell well. This will be over $100 likely. Actually, loose, I'm not sure. For just the console, I can't remember. I know I've sold the console and remotes for I think like $120, but for just the console, I'm not exactly sure what we'll get, but we'll get some good money for it, around $100. It does have a game in it, SpongeBob SquarePants, so that could be worth some additional money. Might even throw that in with it. $29.99 though, I'm gonna just test it. I have the cables to test it, but I unfortunately don't have the cables to put in with it. But anyway, we're gonna make some good money on that guy. Obviously, you could double your money at 60 here, basically instantly on eBay, so these are just great finds. I moved behind the counter and I actually found another PS2 Slim, this time with the remote, which really kind of sucks. This isn't even a branded remote, so it's not gonna be worth that much. They had a blue PS2 remote there, which I was excited about because that would be a good bundle piece, but they were charging like $15 for it, and I was tempted, but it's just a little bit too much to be paying for those. But 30 bucks for this one as well. Not sure why this one was behind the counter and the other one wasn't. But again, same sort of deal. Not sure if there's a game in here. Why don't we check? This is an off-branded remote though, so there's not much value there. there. But if we pop it open, no, there's no game in here, so that's too bad, but still a good unit, and hopefully we'll be able to test this guy, get it listed for close to 100 again. They had a bunch of really cool stuff at this location. You're gonna see it all in the YouTube shorts coming up, but they had a Commodore 64 there, which I was very excited about, but didn't end up buying because it was in box, it was super cool, but it was just a little too pricey. They also had a MacBook Pro, which I was tempted to get, but again, was priced out. They also had an entire box full of what looked like a bunch of video game consoles, a Wii, they had Wii remotes in it, they had a Kinect sensor in there, there may have been a 360, but it was all taped over, so it was very hard for me to look at, but they wanted like 70 bucks for it, so it wasn't gonna be worth it. But one more thing that I did find behind the counter was this Gucci glasses case. Now I have bought glasses cases before and sold them. They do take a little bit of time to sell, but I sold a Versace one, I guess probably a year ago for about $15 or $20, and they always tend to sell for that price. So I decided here I'm gonna try this one. They had other brands like Versace, they had I think a Burberry one and some other things, and a Fendi one maybe too. And you gotta know these brands in terms of clothing and everything, in terms of what you wanna pick up. But these are some of the higher end designer brands, and oftentimes if people are buying, you know, $300-400 sunglasses, they're gonna want to, you know, buy a case if they lose theirs. So this is a great replacement unit, $399. Open it up here, it's in really nice shape. So we're gonna be able to probably get, I'm guessing, $15-20 on that guy. That's it for the bags, but that's not it for the haul. This is where it starts to get a little bit crazy, and I kind of may have slid my way just slightly into the back room. There was a cart that was about to come out that was right at the entrance of the back room. It was open at this location, and I may have spotted a couple things on it. So this was one of them. There was a PS3, another one. You guys will remember that last week I picked one of these guys up for I think the exact same price, but it did have a cable. I will just go and find a cable for it, or we'll be able to, because this is a regular IEC cable or a power cable. So anyway, $30 for this guy right here. This is actually the same place where I found that one PS2 Slim, the one out of the bag. They were both sitting on a cart ready to come out, and I grabbed them. I did actually ask somebody if I was able to go back and take a look, so it wasn't all that sneaky. But anyway, for 30 bucks, maybe we'll get a little bit more lucky on this one and it will work. If it does, that's easily a $250 flip right there. If it doesn't work, we're still talking close to 100. So I'm really excited about this one. I'm trying to get this flap open, which seems to be stuck unless it's not supposed to open on this unit. I thought the flap's open on all of them. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. It looks like it might actually be attached there. But anyway, PS3, fat console, backwards compatible, worth a ton of money, and I'm super excited about that find. Moving on in the electronics section, again, I'm telling you guys, this was a good haul. This just kept giving. This is probably the fourth console that we've got here. This is a PS2 fat, with controller and cables, AV and power, as you guys can see there. They're all included, and we got a black authentic Sony PS2 controller with it. I haven't checked for games inside yet. We might want to do that here in a second, but it's in pretty good shape. We got a crooked PlayStation logo, but that's not a problem. Fix that one right away. But yeah, I mean, it's in overall really good shape. A little bit of dust might hit it with the compressed air, but overall, it's got the cover on the back. Like, everything's here with it. And I paid up for it. I paid $40, $39.99. Some of you guys might be thinking that's crazy. A while ago, I never would have spent that on one of these guys, but they've been going up in price. Nowadays, with this entire bundle on eBay, we're gonna easily surpass $100 on the flip. So, assuming it all works, which I'm assuming it will, considering it has everything like this, we're gonna make a lot of money on this guy. So I'm really excited about that. Easily, you know, $60 minus fees. We're probably talking like 40 bucks profit, but it's gonna be a quick sale and it's got everything with it. So it's kind of an easy one to deal with. And again, I've not tested this, I've not opened it yet, but I did just plug it in. I probably should have tested it at the store, but I'm gonna flip it on right now. Red light on, that's good. We're gonna press it. It did go green, and the fans are booting up, so that's good. And then we'll just go ahead here and press the eject button and see if we get a disc with this. We don't. There's no disc in it. That's too bad. But it does look like it's going to work. So I'm going to go ahead, obviously give it a full test and clean. Power down right now, but that's going to be a really good flip. In fact, if I didn't have so many of these already, I would probably be adding it over to my rack where I could then, you know, test more games with it. But obviously I've got, you know, at least 3 of them there. I've probably got another 5 in my cupboard over there, so I'm just looking to get rid of these things. Last but certainly not least, guys, is this sealed Monopoly game. And these are always something that you want to look out for. Board games are the best, guys. Honestly, they're so easy to deal with. This one I paid up for, again, $14.99. Not cheap, but it is a sealed Monopoly game, so overall we should be able to get some really good money for it. Probably talking like $30 to $50. I didn't look this one up specifically, but they oftentimes will sell for that. Monopoly is a very desirable board game, especially right now when everybody's home. They're still buying board games like crazy, so I find that these are always a good pickup. And this one should, again, be no exception. Should be able to make some really good money on this. There was one additional thing that I bought that's not down here because, again, I'm holding it off for personal use. But it was actually, I think it was a Sony branded receiver. or it may have been Samsung. No, I don't think Samsung even makes them. I think it was a Sony brand receiver or a Pioneer. It may have been a Pioneer. This is a bad start, but it was one of those high-end brand receivers, and this was a 2-channel HDMI receiver, full-blown deal, probably worth about $150, $200, and it was just sitting there for 30 bucks. I tested it out, it worked. I'm going to keep it and use it in one of my TV entertainment setups because it's such a high-end one. It will replace my current one, but overall, again, it's just, something to look out for. You don't see HDMI receivers there barely anytime. This one was big, bulky. It would not be a fun one to ship. It was super heavy, so not really a great flip for eBay, but let's say that you're on Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji. If you're able to find receivers, and that's sort of the one thing that you don't see very often at Value Village, but if you're able to find them, especially the HDMI ones, you're able to get some really good money for them. Be careful because they are super heavy, but if you're willing to take the risk there, test them out and you know what you're talking about, receivers can be a good thing to look out for on your next Value Village trip. So there you have it, everything from lots of video game consoles to sunglass cases to drill battery chargers to cordless phones and much more. We bought a ton of stuff on this Value Village trip. And with that, we're not even done. There's plenty more Value Village trips to come. We're going to try to get all this stuff listed on eBay in the next, few days or so, and hopefully once we get that stuff all up, it will start to sell right away. We'll get more money so we can go and spend more on Value Village, obviously. That's the goal. We actually already got all the stuff up from our previous trip listed, which is great. We're keeping on top of things, so I'm just overall really excited about this haul. I know that AirVal, our business partner in this entire business or challenge, whatever you want to call it, is also at the Value Villages pretty much. I think he's going like 3 times a week now, something like that. He's picking up plenty of stuff over there. So if you haven't checked out his channel, you want to see other stuff that's being added to this exact eBay store, be sure to go down below, click his link, and you can go over and check out his channel and see what he's been picking up from Value Village as well. With that though, guys, we are actually going to wrap up today's video here. Again, I hope that you enjoyed it and found some value in it. If you did, be sure to go on below, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps out greatly with trying to grow this channel and this community. You guys are the best. Also, leave any comments, questions, and concerns that you may have about anything that you saw in this video. I'd be happy to address them or answer them. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. I will see you guys all in the next video.